Hi, everybody. I'm Jones.
And I'm Mann. And we're Jones and Mann. And tonight, we are jonesing on Colonel E.H. Taylor, Jr.
Small batch.
Small batch. All right, Jones. You were the one that is actually blessing us with this experience of the Colonel E.H. Taylor. I searched everywhere. I found one bottle, and it was like 99 bucks.
Really?
Remember I called you? I was in Nashville, and you were like, "Yeah, let's pass on that one." Let's pass. And I understand that there's a little story behind you even finding this bottle.
Very true. So all these hard to finds. The liquor store in one of my local counties, they had this auction. So you go to this auction, and they had E.H. Taylor, Buffalo Trace. They had a couple bottles of Stag. So they had a lot of hard to finds that I feel like they held throughout the year. You know, they normally get them.
It's the allocated list.
Allocated list.
A lot of this stuff only really comes out once a year. One hit during the year. Yeah.
So, they held them all, and they had an auction in the local store. So they give you a ticket when you walk in, and now you're in a group of I think it was 200 people there. So they pull your number, and they give you, and they say, well, with your ticket, you have an option of buying anything on this counter. And it doesn't matter what it is, how much it costs, you have first dibs at that bottle. So I was hoping to get a bottle of Stag. Didn't happen, but I was able to get the E.H. Taylor.
Yeah, okay. So this is a fifth, 100 proof. Mm-hmm. Let everybody in on what you paid.
I paid $40 whole for this.
Woo!
Yes. $40 whole.
$40 whole. And I literally saw the same thing for $99.
Yeah. And when you try to get it from secondary pricing, like at Remedy or Ace Liquors, those are where you see it. And I've seen it as much as $100 to $200.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man.
The bourbon market and whiskey market, those allocated, those exclusives, it's just crazy. They mark it up. They can charge whatever they want to, because if it's allocated, it only comes out once a year. It's survival of the fittest. You get your hands on it, you got it, or you don't, and you're without.
That's right. And when you get your hands on it, you hoard it.
But we don't hoard here.
No, we don't hoard here.
So we do what we like to do. So it comes in this nice little, this is kind of like a glazed cardboard container. Mm-hmm. I kind of think of if you ever had posters and stuff that came in those containers to kind of keep them and protect them. But then it's glazed, so it's really, really smooth. And it's got a metal top on the end. Usually, on those posters and stuff, it's plastic, but it's a good metal. Mm-hmm. And then inside, I feel like it should go, oh, inside, we've got that bottle. It's a pretty nice looking bottle. Not super extravagant on the design and look, but just different enough. Right. So I'm sure that you've done your research to even know that Colonel E.H. Taylor was the one that we should select. Yes. You got a little background on old Colonel E.H. here while I try and figure out how I can pop this top.
And I'm giggling because I want to see how long it's going to take you.
Well, I'm taking it slow to give you time to tell the story.
That's the man versus bottle.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys. So again, this is from one of my favorite distilleries, which is Buffalo Trace, and it is a bonded alcohol, which means it came from a single season and was aged at least 4 years. And this particular one comes out of their Warehouse C, that is named after Mr. E.H. Taylor Jr. himself, and it goes all the way back to 1881. So, it has some good history. Mm-hmm. I'm expecting some great flavors, and I'm really expecting for you to like this.
Okay. And, I happen to know that E.H. Taylor was Jr., was an innovator. So, a lot of the processes that they use in bourbon, in distilleries and warehouses, E.H. actually initiated himself.
That's right.
Even the bonded what is it called? Bonded bourbon, bottled in bond. That's the right word. Bottled in bond. Even that act was initiated by Colonel Taylor. So if that guy is that serious about bourbon, then I'm expecting big things.
Yeah, I'm expecting big things.
All right, well, let's do it. So everybody knows by now, and if you don't, house rules. We are going to pour us a couple of neat pours here. Not shots anymore. We're kind of changing it up a little bit. Just giving us a little neat pour to kind of give us a good taste. Swirl it around in there. And after we do that, we'll kind of tell you what we think about it. We'll slide it on the rocks a little bit. And then we'll rate it. You know, in 2019, we've kind of changed from our favorite flop to actually, we got a 5-point rating scale. So 1 being just, you know, smash the ball on the ground, and 5 being this is our new favorite. We love it. It is fantastic in all of its greatness. So let's start the process to see where Colonel E.H. falls. I will say that just the aroma while I was, you know, had the bottle open and swirling it around was freaking amazing.
Yeah. Just swirl it around a little bit in the glass itself. Okay. Look how thick and rich that is.
Yeah. That's a good aroma. Right. Click them and drink them.
Click them and drink these. Let's put it on some water and ice.
Thought I put the top back on. She's got a little heat.
Oh, yeah.
100 proof, so what do you expect? But that's some...
But it was pretty smooth on that neat shot for 100 proof.
There's some thick caramel kind of notes in there.
Caramel, kind of toffee.
Kind of toffee. I mean, it's still bourbon, but very rum reminiscent. Very nice aged rum reminiscent. Which nobody else, you might not feel that way, but as a rum drinker, it made me think about that at first.
Yeah, but for me, it doesn't have the overpowering sugary.
Yeah, you don't get the sweet because that heat's there. I haven't had a rum that has that kind of heat ever, but it definitely has that. You leave that flavor kind of floating around in your mouth.
But even at the 100 proof, I didn't get it to where it burned.
Oh yeah, no, just you peppery in your mouth. Mm-hmm. Your tongue's kind of like woo, like eating a fireball kind of that feeling. Oh, so I guess we already cleaned them and drank them.
Let's drink them.
Okay. Now, for me, the ice takes the heat right out of there, mellows that out, and you can really enjoy that smoothness.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. I think you were right.
I'll let you start it off with your.
The caramel notes are bolder in the neat shot, but they're still present on the rocks. The heat is gone. You still got that bourbon flavor. Maybe a little bit of vanilla kind of underneath there. A little fruit on the back end. I actually like this. I like this a lot. I think, dare I say, and I'm choosing my words pretty carefully because I haven't done a side by side, but I feel like I'm gonna do a side by side. But I feel like the combination I like maybe a little bit better than blends. Maybe a little bit better than blends. I want to do side by side, but I remember blends being a little rougher, and this is mellower. So for me, where I like the mellower palate and flavors, I think I might like that a little bit better.
Yeah, you remember when I kind of cheated and had some at the bar one night, and I was texting you.
Yeah.
So on your scale, it's like
on a scale, I'm not gonna go all the way I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Give it a 4. Strong 4. What's keeping me from a 5 is the fact that we just had a couple sips, and I feel like I might need to, kind of try it out a little bit more and make sure. I'm kind of dry on bourbon. We didn't drink. I had some rum before we started this, so I didn't really go into any bourbon. So I can't really like real time compare. But I'm gonna say strong 4. Strong 4. Colonel E.H.
Colonel E.H. And I will let the viewers know that I did kind of cheat.
Okay, yeah.
I was able to find it at a bar called Whiskey Kitchen, and they actually brought it out as a special drink.
Okay.
Because I started asking, I was there that was when I'm like, man, I'm gonna try this Rip Van Winkle they've got.
Yeah.
So I was gonna pay like $120 for the shot, and the barkeep just had a conversation with me and we were talking about all the different ones that I liked and what I was looking for. He was like, man, I got this Colonel E.H. Taylor that you can try. I was like, I've got a bottle, but we shoot a YouTube channel. I'm not opening it until my homeboy can try it at the same time. So, but I did cheat and I got a shot, and I said, man, Z's gonna love this. And I shot it to you, and I was like, you're gonna love it. But with all that said, sorry, I really like it, both neat and on the rocks. At 100 proof, the shot is really rich, kind of creamy, kind of buttery.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of good flavors, but it does have that heat.
Yeah.
When you put it on the rocks, it's not. It just doesn't have that proofage that I was expecting.
Yeah.
It took it all the way down.
A lot.
It took it down a lot, and it still had the flavors. Not quite as bold, but it was still really good. So, like I said, I'll put it at a 4. I can't give it the ultimate 5.
Okay.
Only because I haven't tried it enough.
Yeah. So I think this might be one that, definitely the bottle is going to get some usage.
Oh yeah, it's going to get some
usage. We will revisit it, and I think this will be one as the year goes on, we'll circle back around and kind of see if it's still a 4 or can we push it into that 5 category.
I think the summertime grill time, this is going to be a 5 definitely.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Well, so there you have it, 2 4s. Of course, as always, make sure that you subscribe, click that bell, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jones and Mann. See, I finally this year. I think I got it down pat. This has been another episode of Jones and Mann. This is E.H. Taylor Small Batch Jr. Clink 'em and drink 'em. We'll see you next time.